Hey, how's it going, Old School Runescape, and welcome back to another weekly recap. So to kick off the week, we announced one of our biggest and most crucial polls to date, being the permanent free-to-play and membership bonds poll. And as you can see, it's currently passing by a massive 85%. That being said, provided this poll passes, ModMattK stated in Thursday's Q&A that we're aiming to release permanent free-to-play on Old School Runescape's second birthday, being the 19th of February. In addition, we also discussed the possibility of removing the Wilderness Ditch, and ModGhost modeled the new Dragon Defender live, which can all be watched back by following the links below. So let's move into the updates. Seeing as how we're still prepping for the bigger updates, this week was more focused around the quality of life updates. Starting off with the ability to hide messages from ignored players. Meaning when a player PMs you now with something that you'd rather not see, you can ignore said player and the message will disappear. Moving on, we've now introduced 1v1 Trouble Brewing. So if you're a fan of the minigame but have struggled to find opponents in the past, fear not, because whether you want to duke it out with a friend or someone who trash talked you in the wilderness, you'll be able to have a Trouble Brewing throwdown faster than ever. Up next, we renamed the ever so confusing Color Neuromancer gloves to fit their suited colors, meaning Barrows Gloves really now are Barrows Gloves. Also, we've added a few new NPCs called Banknote Exchange Merchants, and as you can imagine, these merchants will exchange your banknotes for the items they represent for a small fee of 5 GP. And they can be found in the general stores of Remington, Bandit Camp, Polnivnich, and in Jimnua's store in Karamja. So let's move on to the patch notes. As you can see, Slayer Masters now have a right-click option to assign new Slayer tasks, saplings are now tradable, entering and leaving Sofrim is now significantly faster, the Serpentine Helm can now envenom NPCs that only use Fire Breath attacks, and perhaps our biggest update ever, the Drag Dagger has officially been renamed the Dragon Dagger. Ooh. And lastly, in other news, Mod Ash has been tweeting quite a few Grant Exchange teasers, Mod Ghost has been tweeting Achievement Diary reward teasers, and Mod John C just released Zulra's drop rates for its rarest items. So let's move on to our Player Spotlight feature. As we can confirm, the player Trutz has received the first ever 3rd Age longsword. So we now believe there have been 3 wands, 2 bows, 1 longsword, and still 0 cloaks, so the hunt for the first 3rd Age cloak is still underway. Moving on, RS Unbound shared some of his RuneScape Snapchats, and the community loves them. And finally, Uncut Arrest shared his Photoshop masterpiece comparing pest control to a popular old Call of Duty mission. And he received a massive 850 plus upvotes on the 2007 Scape Reddit, holding down that top position for quite some time. So there you have it, guys. That's about all that happened this week, so be sure to subscribe to keep up to date with the game. And aside from that, we'll thank you for watching and catch you next time.